All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Real Estate Investing with Alex Deacon. My name is Adam, and I am here with the man of the hour, the Deacon of Real Estate, Alex Deacon. Alex, how are you doing this Monday afternoon, sir? It's Wednesday.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Wednesday, man. My days are blending in. I'm like on 3 hours of sleep every night. It's just, I'm blending. So, how are you this Wednesday afternoon?
I'm doing good, buddy. How are you this Monday morning?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're doing fine. Yeah, sun's shining again. Nice day today. Got the Corvette out.
Oh, got the
Yeah.
vet out.
Woo.
When the vet's out, it's a good day.
Yeah, it's going to be almost 50 degrees today.
I got the Chevy Cruze out with the scratches on the side.
Oh, sweet.
It's sweet.
Let's race
Super
later.
sweet. You know,
Let's
yeah.
racing.
I'll lose.
Yeah, but you'll win the marathon because I'll have to stop at a gas station at some point. And you'll get like, me, bye-bye.
I'll go 5 miles over the speed limit and a panic attack will shoot in, and I'll be like, oh. All right, let's see. Before we get to, because what we're going to talk about today, guys, is we're going to talk about finding a geographical area to invest in, and we're going to touch on that in a minute. But first, let me get the cheap plugs out of the way. Here's where you want to find us. Find us, search Deacon Hoover on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Those are our handles on all 3 sites. Go to Alex Deacon's meetups on meetup.com. Register for his groups on there. Sign up for his groups. His real estate investing meetup group has 653 people, I think, in it now.
Mm-hmm.
And your Pittsburgh landlording group is over 100 members now as well. Right. And they've both been really rapidly growing. So we want to make sure that you're networking with people there. Go to our YouTube channel. Same thing. Search Deacon Hoover Real Estate Advisors. Make sure you're going to our website, dhrea.com. Find our listings there. Go to news and updates. We have blogs. We have listings. We have all of our podcasts that now we're closing in on 100 episodes, Alex.
Oh, no kidding.
We are closing in very soon. So within, I think by the end of, depending on how our cycles go the next couple of weeks, we're going to be at 100 in about 2 weeks or so, 2 or 3 weeks.
Hey.
I'll have to celebrate.
Hey.
So today we are going to talk about, Alex wanted to bring up talking about the finding a geographical area to invest in, where you should maybe focus your energy on, and what you should kind of get to know about that. So I'm going to hand it over to the man with all the knowledge, Mr. Deacon.
The man with all the knowledge.
With all the knowledge. You've got, there's people that have the knowledge. You have all the knowledge.
All the knowledge.
You have all the knowledge.
Huh, interesting. I'll have to remind my wife and my daughters about that.
Yeah, same here.
They don't think I have all the knowledge. Yeah, what were we discussing?
I
might have all the knowledge, but I have short-term memory problems.
We're doing the finding a geographical area to invest in.
Oh,
It's okay.
that's right.
Listen, it's a Thursday morning, so none of us.
Yeah, right. It's Saturday afternoon. Who cares? Okay. Yeah. The reason I wanted to focus on this today was, I guess, to remind myself to stop stepping outside of my little box and my parameters of what I'm comfortable with, because every time I do that, I screw up. And I wish I would just listen to what I try to preach to others instead of do as I say, not as I do type of thing. I'm still learning. But yeah, it's so important so when you're buying real estate, first of all, to buy and hold or to flip it, I don't think there is any difference to what I'm about to share with you. And what and I've heard this from quite a few other successful investors, and it seemed to resonate with most people that are successful in this. And that's stay in your lane. Stay with what you know. So geographically speaking, I think it's just super important to focus on one area geographically. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to be close. I mean, you can be living in Italy and buying property only in Pittsburgh, in Brentwood,
Correct.
Or in the general South Hills area. Not you can't live. You shouldn't live out of the country in Italy, for example, and buy anything in Pennsylvania.
Right.
Or anything in Allegheny County,
right.
Even just Allegheny County, it really should be specific. So you living out of the country can physically and literally know those areas, like street by street, perhaps. You might even know them house by house if you really get to know the area. You really focus in. The reason you want to do that is because it's too difficult you're competing against all the other investors who not only are out of the country, out of state, or live here that are investing in Pittsburgh. you're competing. The competition is fierce. So if you're trying to you're trying to be everything to everybody and buy condos and townhomes and raw land and commercial and in every area, you're going to fail. There is just no way that you can deviate from that.
Right.
You can only stretch yourself so far. So either whether you're starting out or whether you just want to grow your business and be highly successful and an expert in one area, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. Because you can always, and I think the important thing is once you really learn one area, then you can branch off into the areas surrounding that area. You know, you slowly make your footprint bigger and bigger and bigger. And I don't know if sometimes I think that gets lost in translation sometimes because people try to take on all of an outside area, so a certain radius, so to speak.
Yep.
When if you just shrink your radius down at first and then slowly grow that radius out, that could be, a little bit easier pathway to success.
Correct. So I'll give you a good example because I use my mistakes a lot of times and my successes to help explain what I'm trying to get across the mic here. I've recently purchased something in an area that's probably in 45 minutes from here, from where I live, and I'm not real familiar with that area. I thought I was getting a good deal on the place, and I still believe I did, but I did not use the correct what I thought rental value would be. So this potential fairly good investment with a good quality property is not going to net me the type of money I should be netting.
Gotcha.
And that's because, again, I deviated outside of where I'm comfortable with. And I did my market research, but there's only so much market research you can do online. It's limited. It's limited information. Although you have all the information at your fingertips in today's world with the internet, you still are limited with how to evaluate that information, digest it, and spit out some sort of business model and game plan based on that information.
The internet will give you information, but it won't give you the intricacies, so to speak.
Yeah. So knowing the market's not just spending a few hours on the internet. It's not.
Now it can help in some aspects.
Absolutely,
in the beginning.
It's a huge tool.
Yep.
Yeah, it's absolutely a huge tool. So yes, so what I would say is stay close to, if you're not an out of state or out of the country investor and you're just local. What I would prefer that you do is focus on areas like I'll tell people to triangulate there, where they work, where they live, and maybe where they have family or visit or have a hobby, and maybe do a triangle and then hash in that area and focus on some areas within that area. Okay? Because it just makes life easier if you're driving to work every day and you drive through this specific neighborhood. You can check to see if there's an empty house, or you can check to see if there's high grass, and you can call that owner, or you get to know the local government or the mayor, or you get to know some of the council people, or if you buy rentals and you have them there, then you're constantly being able to check on those rentals, right? Drive by, say that neighbors are complaining that the trash is high, so you get to drive by because you're in that neighborhood. Maybe knock on the tenant's door and say, "Hey, please, can you take care of this?" You can keep a close eye on not only what future investments could be available, because the mayor calls you because you're always in the area and you've talked to the mayor, and the mayor says, "Hey, you know what? There might be some deals coming up. There might be some development opportunities. Or the township wants to get rid of this property. It's going to be torn down. We'd love if you just buy it and fix it up." The neighbors get to know you. You can see how that can build and grow.
It's basically you're networking within the community, in a community where you're mainly going to be.
Yeah, and you're not spending any more time driving by your rental property because you're going to work.
Right.
So no biggie.
Yep.
Now you also have to think about, well, how long am I going to be at this job?
Right, correct.
So you do have to think that through, but you can't. There's things you can't control. You don't know when the job's going to go away and stuff like that.
Right.
But just make your investing a part of your daily travels, because we talk about the amount of time that each of us have in a week, and I believe it's 268 hours. And after you factor in 168.
168.
Yeah, I wish
I learned
it
it
was
from you.
268.
And I recite it way too much, but I always say
Yeah,
there's only 168 hours in a week. I'm not doing this.
168 minus what, how often do we sleep? How about every day? And I know you're sleeping not much these days, but
not much these days.
I'm sleeping 8 hours. So, minus 60.
Well, that's because you are handsome and I'm not. This is where, rest comes in. There's beauty rest over here, and then I get my 3 hours of non-beauty rest, and then...
So I'm sleeping 56 hours a week. That's 112 hours left. You're working and traveling 60 hours a week. That leaves you with 52 hours. And you're eating, taking showers, brushing teeth, preparing food, putting kids to bed, taking them to soccer, getting the oil changed in your car, you name it. Going to a workshop, one of my workshops, you're going to a RIA meeting or an ACRE meeting, which is, it's all taking time. You end up with 0 hours at the end of the week.
Right.
So that's why it's really important to focus, and I would suggest focus your time and energy on one specific, not only neighborhood or area, but also a specific style of investment. So maybe you're not looking in Brentwood or Bellevue or Carnegie, but you're looking at, in those 3 areas, you're also looking at only single-family homes and multifamilies. You're not looking at commercial tracts of land, things like that. Now, once you get to master those areas and you know them backwards and frontwards, and you know values, and when something comes on the market, you can make an offer on almost sight unseen, then you can expand that into different aspects of real estate, which could be commercial or raw land or maybe small developments. So don't get ahead of yourself, which, again, every day I have to remind myself of that. I bought a truckload of properties last year, and a small truckload I shouldn't have bought. You kind of get addicted to the deal. Get addicted to making a deal. And then the collateral damages. No one's taking care of those deals. No one's managing the projects. They're sitting there just sucking up money because you're making mortgage payments on them and nothing's happening. So I'm just scaling back and working smarter, not harder. And then once you get the right people and right team around you, and you just focus on specific area, neighborhoods, types of properties, you become very efficient at it. Then you can expand from there. Go ahead.
I wanted to piggyback off that because we talk about it a lot, and I was hoping you could embellish on this too, because it's almost, don't take on too many projects at once either, right? Because that's something that we see people, they get underwater too quick because they know the area, and you know the area, you've had a little bit of success, and then all of a sudden you take on 5, 6, 7, 8 properties at once, and then there's nothing happening. You know what I mean? Then there's no action. We've talked about that a lot. I just thought maybe you would want to touch upon that again too.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to know your limitations. The problem, here's the challenge. You get addicted to the deal.
That's right, yeah.
You really do. And I found myself chasing rainbows on a daily basis. Trying to catch that leprechaun.
And go chasing waterfalls.
It's just not, it's not prudent. It's not a good way to do business. But it's highly addictive. And then knowing, as an entrepreneur and someone who's hungry and wants to make a name for themselves, and someone who wants to succeed, and that's their whole who I am type of mentality, it's hard for them to pull back.
Right.
Because my wife is completely different. She's like, why do you do that? I said, well, if I didn't do it, we wouldn't be where we are. But on the other hand, if I didn't do it, we wouldn't have, with more things come more problems, come more, responsibilities.
More money, more problems.
So I don't mind making more money, and it's fun, and it opens up doors for you and opportunities, but maybe do it at more of a controlled pace so you have more of an enjoyment of life versus just your main focus is to make money and make a name for yourself and become this, what you feel is successful, whatever that definition of success is for you.
The biggest thing that I always go about is trust the process. The process will make you a success. An overnight success typically does not stand. They come and go.
That's true. Yeah, the process, that's a good way to put it. Trust that process. And I'm hoping that this 15 minutes or whatever is, this this short time is going to help you create that process for yourself. This is just one segment of it, and this is my opinion of it. Everybody has an opinion. There's thousands and millions and billions of them. But this is just coming from someone who's done it for a while, and I can say I'm not the most successful real estate entrepreneur by far. I'm not even close. But you don't have to be super successful monetary wise or number of units wise to know how to do it. Right. Like Bill Belichick, probably one of the greatest NFL coaches ever.
Right.
He couldn't play in the NFL.
No.
Right. He's not the best of anything, but no. he's good at. He knows a thing or two. Yeah,
he knows how to
learn.
work within
you can
his
learn from
team
that guy
and his scheme. Right. He has a process, and he trusts his process.
And I'm no Bill Belichick. I'm not the Bill Belichick of real estate.
No, but you're the Deacon of Real Estate. And
yes, I am. Self-proclaimed Deacon of Real Estate. Thank you. So I think we covered it, right? I mean, I just wanted to stay focused, stay within your area, keep your investments close because you can keep an eye on them, and then grow from there.
The biggest thing is know your limits and really remind yourself of the basics sometimes. That's why a lot of, we cover topics like this, is it might seem, oh yeah, well I know what I'm doing. Sometimes it's good to hear these little things because the fundamentals are the key to everything you do in life. And just rehashing stuff like this might get somebody out there to slow down a little bit or speed them up a little bit. Mm-hmm. I think you've helped us all.
Thank you.
And that's why you're the deacon.
Well, I appreciate that.
Let's see. All right, so looks like we're done with this episode, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. Again, all the outlets I plugged at the beginning, please search us there. Just search Deacon Hoover or Deacon Hoover Real Estate Advisors. You'll find us all over the internet right now. Make sure you're searching Alex Deacon and Ian Hoover as well. They have a lot of projects going on. For everyone at Deacon Hoover Real Estate Advisors, my name is Adam. We greatly appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you next time.